Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I have your attention, please? Zooming to you from many different locations throughout the digital universe. This is Far Out Fiesta, episode 198, Bronze Rodeo, online manual. Woo! I am your host and humble narrator, oh so humble narrator, Richard. Please take a moment to give it up for our amazing cast, JuliAnna Briscoe.
Hi.
Robb Hudspeth. And Kristin Keith.
Yeah.
Hey, before we do the show, I got a question. Are you a backseat driver? Do you consider yourself to be a backseat driver? Robb, are you a backseat driver?
No, I really don't think I am. Usually, if I'm fortunate enough not to drive, I'm usually doing something on my phone or reading, or I'm just completely oblivious to what's going on, and that's the way I want it.
Awesome. What about you, Kristin?
I'm usually oblivious too, except when my mom was alive, when she would drive, there were so many things I wanted to say out loud. Just rode the brake the whole time. But I was nice.
That's good. You should be. Jules?
I mean, am I supposed to be proud of this?
No, there's no judgment here.
No judgment here. All of our three guests. Okay. No, I am a backseat driver.
Yeah.
I get scared. I'm like, no, don't kill us, please.
Well, see, I'm more of a backseat cringer, but yeah, same for me. I'd rather not die in a car wreck. Thanks.
Yeah. That's too many times now. As always has been the case for Far Out Fiesta, we do mostly legal things for our sponsors.
And one of our biggest sponsors over the years is the fine folks at Bronze Rodeo.
These fine folks have enlisted Far Out Fiesta to conduct a portion of their new hire orientation online.
On tonight's regularly scheduled episode of Far Out Fiesta, new Bronze Rodeo employees will be logging in for training.
Bronze Rodeo new employees who do not make themselves available for this training are more likely to be required for some of the least pleasant Bronze Rodeo duties.
Activities like arranging the sheep hooves in a pentagram in support of Bronze Rodeo's great overlord.
You weren't supposed to mention Rico.
My bad.
Where am I supposed to find a virgin to appease him?
Comic book store?
Bronze Rodeo's new employees who do not make themselves available for this training will be responsible for activities like tickling the swamp pigeons into submission.
Tickling their feet and then cooking them still attached. This is so sucking horrible. Sorry, I knew this was going to be a tough one to get through.
Okay, well, I mean, skip the training if you want to wake up 10 times a night from swamp pigeon screaming nightmares.
I already have those. Will training help me?
Cooking them feet attached.
Cooking them feet attached is what you have to do to make swamp pigeon foot tempura. So, you think I like doing this?
Hey, Bronze Rodeo is paying for our trip to Tulsa for the podcast battles. Be cool. Bronze Rodeo new employees who do not make themselves available for this training will be responsible for activities like cleaning the Bronze Rodeo nuclear toilets.
Why do they call them nuclear toilets?
These are no ordinary bombs.
Yeah, I mean, turn a normal nose into a corked up stump in seconds upon entry to the bathroom. The toilet itself, man, that's a whole other thing.
Oh, the waste that goes into the Bronze Rodeo toilet is the poops of monsters' poops nightmares.
Poop smells so bad it makes a monster have nightmares about it?
Yes. Very scary monsters. It's a bad smell, people.
I wonder if their stink lasts 1 to 5 years, like nuke radiation.
If you're not a current employee of Bronze Rodeo, I would advise you to tune out now.
Otherwise, you run the risk of hearing highly confidential Bronze Rodeo internal information.
which could throw our company into financial turmoil.
And the three-headed sheep population will grow threefold.
3 sheep, 9 heads.
I mean, not all of the meat at Bronze Rodeo is from three-headed sheep, though that is the official logo.
The Far Out Fiesta Training Professionals Incorporated. F.
Oh!
F.
PPI, I know, I skipped ahead. I was done with that.
Oh, what was your idea?
Our training goal is to make this training only slightly less entertaining than a regular show. Low bar, you dig?
Yeah, don't be expecting much.
We will disappoint you if you do.
We'll give everyone who isn't a Bronze Rodeo employee a moment to drop.
All right, perfect. Hey, we have the place to ourselves. New Bronze Rodeo employees, let's
Get started! About
Bronze Rodeo.
To be a Bronze Rodeo cohort.
Wait, they call them cohorts?
To be a Bronze Rodeo cohort, you need to understand the history of the Bronze Rodeo.
And values.
There will be no mention of the sources of their unusual meats.
Dude, you weren't even supposed to bring that up.
You mentioned Rico.
In
Oh, yeah.
1974, Amundus Grundy and Carl Wartz Knight conceived the idea that became the Bronze Rodeo.
Hi, I am Amundus Grundy. Let's enter the family steakhouse business. Warts?
You know, please call me Carl. The warts thing, I don't like it.
Let's enter the family steakhouse business.
Well, I mean, I think we should lay the groundwork to improve family dining in many states in your region.
The concept was simple. Never limit what you will serve as food.
The first Bronze Rodeo restaurant opened during some month in 1976 in some city in America.
Or Canada. Today, the Bronze Rodeo has almost 50,000 company and franchise restaurants operating in very many states.
And we continue to offer our inmates, which is what we call our guests, broad definition food at great value served by friendly felons in a restaurant.
Bronze Rodeo Smorgasbord, which is the real name of our restaurant, but who wants to pay for all those letters on signs? You know. Bronze Rodeo, over 50 kinds of feet, mouth-confusing hot and cold items to tempt our inmates.
As their brain accepts the possibilities of what they have just eaten. Was that penguin?
Our restaurant also features the dough bucket as its centerpiece, enticing our inmates with steaming hot feet rolls and other edible baked goods that are made right fresh in front of them.
Well, I mean, except, of course, for the Bronze Corral special rolls that require the strangling of a fresh chinchilla.
Ooh, those rolls are good.
Oh, they really are.
All of this combined with our dedication for providing conveyor belt inspired seating which smears together to define Bronze Rodeo mystique.
Now that you know a little bit about Bronze Rodeo, you will need to learn about your introductory period.
Introductory period. Okay, so your first 90 minutes of employment at Bronze Rodeo are considered an introductory period.
There are so many people who run screaming from training the second after they see what goes on in the kitchen.
Ah, so many eyes looking at me. Some dead, some alive, some in between. Ah.
The introductory period will be a time for you to get to know us and for us to get samples of your DNA.
Why would you need that?
For laters.
Your supervisor will work closely with you during this period, like uncomfortably closely, but barely legal.
The introductory period is a tryout time for both you as a coworker and Bronze Rodeo as an employer. The tryouts include a full cheer routine.
During this introductory period, Bronze Rodeo will metaphorically sniff your butt to decide if you are Bronze Rodeo people.
Please understand that the completion of the introductory period does not guarantee employment for any specific period of time. Please also understand.
Snitches get stitches.
Snitches get stitches.
They put that in their training materials?
Okay, you're really going to have to stop being surprised by anything you find out about them if you're going to actually make it through this thing.
What's next?
What Bronze Rodeo expects from you.
This episode makes me feel dirty.
Tulsa, podcast battles.
Yeah, everything about this makes me sad and tired.
This online training offers insight into how you can positively perform to the best of your ability to not only meet, but to exceed Bronze Rodeo's expectations.
Come to work and not die?
Well, there's more to it than that.
We encourage you to seek out and take advantage of opportunities for personal development within the company.
Yeah, many of our former cohorts have opened up very successful mutant taxidermy shops.
Your first responsibility is to know your own duties and how to perform them efficiently and effectively with minimal bite or claw marks.
Additionally, you are expected to maintain a positive Bronze Rodeo attitude and to cooperate with management and your fellow cohorts.
The second you testify us in court, we put a hit on you. You did. You die, your family dies, don't do it.
And now, in addition to the quality of your interactions with our inmates as you pour buckets of food into their troughs, please be prepared to say things like, "How are your boar eye kebabs today?"
The way you interact with your cohorts and accept direction from your supervisors will determine how your career unfolds. Here's an example of a poor interaction with a cohort. JuliAnna and Richard will demonstrate.
Good morning. It's a great day to be alive.
I'm tying this plastic bag around your head and killing you.
Now let's review a more positive interaction.
Good morning. It's a great day to be alive.
Oh, it sure is. Hey, I like your hair. Please drop the charges against me.
Sure. Why take the guidance of my family and my therapist?
In turn, your performance and the performance of your restaurant can impact Bronze Rodeo's reputation for the service of strange, sometimes partially alive animals as food and the quality of the elevated roadkill we call our deluxe buffet.
Regardless of your position, whether it be pretzel or spider.
Wait, isn't pretzel a sexual position where you, where as your partner is kneeling over you, you wrap one leg around his or her waist while the other leg rests under his or her butt?
Oh, isn't the spider a sexual position where your pelvis should be above his while your legs bend to the sides of his body?
Yes. We expect you to perform each and every Bronze Rodeo task and unusual sexual position with a positive attitude and to the best of your ability.
And such dedication will result in better performance for Bronze Rodeo overall and increased personal satisfaction and career opportunities for you.
Some of our cohorts who have been promoted here over the past 20 years have been promoted to cud and gravy specialties.
We also believe in direct access to management, so we will provide you with surveillance equipment to spy on management.
And again, if you try to testify against management, you will be disappeared. Your entire family.
Yeah. So we are dedicated to making Bronze Rodeo a company in which you can feel comfortable approaching your supervisor with candy or the alcoholic beverage of their choice.
Mm-hmm. A sugared up and or drunk Bronze Rodeo manager is a receptive Bronze Rodeo manager.
We encourage you to voice your opinions and contribute your suggestions to improve the quality of Bronze Rodeo.
Unless your suggestions are stupid.
Yeah, then we encourage you to keep them to yourselves, boneheads.
Bronze Rodeo's mission statement is never limit what you will serve as food.
Bronze Rodeo core values, inmate focus.
Through crossed eyes.
Develop talent. Beats developing another head-shaped lump with a mouth that opens and closes like a fish.
Operational excellence.
How are operations?
Excellent.
Continuous improvement.
What kind of improvements?
Continuous.
Make amazing food. Offer warm, welcoming service.
Welcome! Hey, eat this as it dies. Give back to the neighborhood. Here, neighborhood, have some tabby chowder.
Run an efficient, profitable business. Give me your money. Quickly.
He will shoot you in the face. Make Bronze Rodeo a better place for both our inmates and cohorts.
And kill a bunch of species in the process.
We have a tradition with our buffets. We don't look at them as a way to save on food or labor costs. We slip a couple of bucks to highway crews to scoop up some of our food.
Saving on food and labor costs. Also, cohorts giving birth in the restaurant get 15% off their meals.
These are not just ways to save on costs, but these are ways to give customers more options. Fried, blackened, or poached. Sea otter.
Inmate expectations.
We meet the expectations of our inmates when we greet them when they enter the restaurant.
Establish mouth-to-eye contact. Smile, but not too toothy. Our guests might think you're better than them if you show them a full mouth.
Be friendly. Try not to have shock face like this when you see Grandpa take another helping of Ocelot Surprise.
Maintain a professional image in both appearance and behavior. Keep your hands and feet away from inmates eating.
Take the time to explain the menu and service procedures. This is the yak meat. These are the tortillas.
Okay. Seat them as soon as possible because people that size can't stand for very long.
Keep the dining room, buffet area, and the DEFCON 4 of restrooms neat, well-equipped, and always be prepared to use trays to build a possum fortress.
Those suckers are good at playing dead. Buy poker before you can buy you, am I right? All right, serve hot food hot, cold food cold. How was that bat?
It bit me. Now I'm cold.
Yeah. Serve tasty, fresh food. If there's a little struggle left in that anteater cutlet, the inmates will fight over it.
Buy correct portions. Vats, troughs, dumpsters. You haven't had really good chameleon until you've had a dumpster full.
Provide consistent cleanliness, service, and quality experiences from the restaurant to the trunk of your car. You know, things get hairy.
Be cooperative and agreeable. Most of the inmates are jerks. Of course, spitting in their food at Bronze Rodeo won't make much of a difference.
And apologize for and quickly correct any mistakes. Did you mean to have that kid? I can have her shipped away to some boarding school for bastard children. See, we exceed the expectations of our guests when we
Treat them as our between one and a much higher number priority.
Respond immediately to their requests and needs. What?
Offer assistance to those with gently stopped hearts. Clear.
do something to make them smile. Like, I'm jamming these toothpicks up into the corners of your mouth.
Give them our undivided attention while serving them. You have two halves of my attention.
Express sincere appreciation for their visits no matter what time of day. Well, 3:19 in the morning, it's a great time for battered tooth balls.
Recognize return guests as regulars and call them by name. Hey, Jumbo, Unibrow, Deadleg.
Invite them to come back, like, hey, did you get my Evite?
Answer the telephone quickly and in a pleasant tone. Bronze Rodeo, your death is not on my hands. You chose to eat this food.
Cohort
Policies. Now, whether you are a new hire or a former coworker returning to Bronze Rodeo from prison,
You will undoubtedly have questions about the company and your new position.
I undoubtedly have questions about the company and my new position.
See?
Yeah, first off, is it a good company? Will the new position hurt my back?
We want to help you get off to a good start, so please feel free to discuss your questions or concerns with your cohort supervisors or another member of management.
Hey, cohort, supervisor, or other member of management, I have a question.
I'd like to hear it. You know we have an open door policy.
Only because it's easier for many of our customers to get in and out the door.
What's your question?
Does Falcon Nougat have gluten? The online training manual will also answer many questions about the practice and policies of the Bronze Rodeo.
Tuxedo Tuesday policy. Because our practice is to slaughter penguins on Tuesday. For the wings.
Gill Thursday policy, because our practice is to make the gill gelatin that we use for our fish broggia on Thursdays.
Crunchy Whisker Wednesday policy, because our practice is to pluck on Wednesday morning for the separate time whisker fry.
This online training manual will answer questions about what you can expect from us and what we can expect from you. Mock Monkey Monday policy, because our practice is not to order monkey meat until Tuesday, so we blend the monkey meat with some crunched up Ritz crackers on Monday.
The first day you report to work is your official anniversary date.
Because of at least 22 lawsuits, anniversary tongue kisses are no longer part of Bronze Rodeo's official anniversary celebrations.
Your anniversary date is used to compute many terms and conditions and benefits of your employment described in this manual.
The first day that you report to work will also probably be the first day you were ever paid to drown a stork for their meat.
Business hours.
Business hours.
Your manager will advise you of your work schedule.
I'm your manager. You will be working the Bring Your Own Bone Saw shift Tuesdays, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m.
I'm your manager. You will be working the Any Mallet Helps shift, Thursdays, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m.
I'm your manager. You will be working the mostly plucking shift, 4 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Reasonably
Drug-free workplace policy.
We believe that the abuse of alcohol and use of illegal drugs endangers the health and safety of the abusers and all those around them.
But we also understand that drugs make you feel great. I mean, all the super cool people are doing them.
Bronze Rodeo, we are committed to creating and maintaining a reasonably drug-free workplace.
Our policy formally states that substance abuse will not be tolerated nor completely frowned upon on the premises of any Bronze Rodeo restaurant.
Bronze Rodeo parking lots? That's the electric Kool-Aid acid test, man.
Okay, this prohibition includes the possession, use, or sale of alcohol or illegal drugs without forgetting to give Bronze Rodeo their cut.
Coworkers who are found to be under the influence of alcohol or illegal drugs, or who violate this policy in other ways, will be largely unnoticed.
Or if it gets super But if it gets super obvious, repeat offenders are subject to disciplinary action, which may include discharge from a cannon into the bow of a pirate ship.
Coworkers arrested or charged with drug offense may also be subject to disciplinary action, but more than likely it will go largely unnoticed.
Unless they can score some kind of catering gig for the Bronze Rodeo.
It is important that all of us work together to address substance abuse and other personal problems like not knowing what to binge, drugs, TV, blizzards.
To ensure Bronze Rodeo restaurants are a safer and more rewarding place to work, we encourage our employees to maintain their crap when it comes to recreational drugs, regardless of what your state law says about that.
The drug testing policies attached as Exhibit A will be rolled up like a $100 bill and hidden in your locker.
Okay, so all cohorts of Bronze Rodeo are what we call at-will employees.
What am I?
At will.
Oh.
This means that either you or the company may end the relationship.
I am ending my relationship with Bronze Rodeo.
Well, very well. Bronze Rodeo accepts.
At any time for any reason, with or without notice.
I didn't have to give you notice.
Well, you did, and it made you seem needy.
Nothing anywhere in this online training alters that at-will employment relationship.
Genital alterations are in a separate section.
Who would want to work for a major buffet restaurant chain that didn't have something about genital? Goodness, I cannot, like, these. This online manual is fun to read, guys. I'm loving it. Who wouldn't want to read something or see anything on your training manual about genital alterations on your online training?
Outside employment.
Like in the parking lot?
Outside the Earth's crust?
Outside the malt shop where Betty and Archie used to go in Riverdale?
Outside the Outsiders Pony Boy?
Generally, Bronze Rodeo regards your off-duty activities to be your own personal business.
I'm an off-duty porn extra.
Bronze Rodeo thinks that's your personal business.
Off duty, I am the world record holder for the most fruit flies in one human mouth.
As long as they're not specifically from our Bronze Rodeo kitchen, well, we're cool with that.
Certain types of off-duty activities may present a legitimate business concern for the company.
If you're thinking about taking on a second job as a serial killer whose MO is poisoning people with buffet foods, then
you must notify your supervisor immediately.
He or she or thee will thoroughly discuss this opportunity with you and make sure that it will not interfere with your job. I'm your manager cohort. Will this interfere with your job?
I'm riddled with Hep A, the most contagious hepatitis.
As your manager, I'm thanking you for letting me know.
Thank you.
And docking you a half hour's pay. Get back to work.
Aww.
Or if the outside employment poses a conflict of interest.
I'm interested in opening a copper horse pen right next to this location.
We wish you wouldn't.
Any questions or concerns regarding this policy?
I have a question. You pushed me down.
Well, you should have let me finish. Any questions regarding this policy may get you pushed down.
Yeah, specific outside employment opportunities should be directed to your supervisor.
So that they have a chance to steal that idea right from under you. Dope.
Relatives, personal
relationships.
Relatives of cohorts may apply for and, if qualified, be considered for employment with the company.
Related individuals are required to report their status to the company at the time of application for employment. Dick pics and or vag pics are greatly appreciated.
Bronze Rodeo recognizes the desire of individuals for privacy in their personal relationships. If the participants are attractive, we'd like to see their sex tapes.
Bronze Rodeo will only involve itself where such relationships have the potential to impact its business or if they need somebody to hold the camera for their sex tape.
It isn't possible to outline all the scenarios that would cause the company concern, but we welcome relative cohort fan fiction on our blog.
Immediate family members or cohorts who have a romantic relationship may not be assigned to positions in which
one coworker has access to sensitive confidential information, i.e. revenge porn. There are laws about that. It's out of Bronze Rodeo's hands.
One coworker is in a direct supervisory relationship with the other unless there's kind of, bondage involved, and then the rules get a little lax.
3, the work produced by one coworker is used or reviewed, and if it's used as a marital aid, inserted by the other coworker in the normal course of business, or
both work in the same restaurant or corporate department. For purposes of this section, members of your immediate family include your spouse, your children, your siblings, your parents, your haberdasher,
your grandparents, your spouse's children, siblings, parents, and grandparents, your apothecary.
In the event that two employees begin a personal relationship after they've been employed by Bronze Rodeo, both employees must report the relationship to their supervisors.
To discuss camera angles and if they're attractive.
Yeah, failure to do so will result in disciplinary action, and it won't be the kinky writer's crop form of discipline either.
Aww. Particularly when one cohort gimpifies the other at work.
Bronze Rodeo will allow gimpification.
As long as Bronze Rodeo deems necessary to avoid the potential problems described above, because being a gimp probably isn't the best for one's self-esteem.
This concludes day 1 of your online training.
If you make it more than 2 days, you may get more. This has been Far Out Fiesta episode, 198, Bronze Rodeo Online Training Manual. I have been your host and humble narrator, Richard.
He has been.
Please give it up for our amazing cast, Kristin Keith,
Yeah.
Robb Hudspeth, and JuliAnna Briscoe. Hey, does anybody have any parting words, final thoughts, plugs?
I'm hungry now.
All right, well, you should go get some food. All right,
I'm ready for a hoof sandwich.
Well, yes, all the menu sounds delicious.
Yes, I need some entrail surprise.
Yeah, tabby chowder is what I go for.
Oh, that's a favorite.
Some fish broggia sounds pretty tempting right now.
Those pink wings.
If I have to throw up, are they gonna take it for?
Yes.
All
They
right.
have a bucket. The
They just put
buckets
it
are
back
weird.
into the
That's
food
right.
recipe.
It's called seasoning.
It's very green.
God.
Good night, everybody.
Laters.